Gamesweasel.com. Review.
Let me say straight off the bat that Just Cause 2 is what the original game should have been. When I saw the original demo at E3 a few years ago, I was blown away, only to be disappointed when I played the full game. This sequel, however, is a lot more fun, has more variety, and has that winning formula of the parachute and grappling hook, which I'll come to in a minute. So once again, you play as Rico Rodriguez, and this time you're working for an agency which must cause as much chaos on the East Asian island of Panau as possible. You do this by working for 3 factions on the island and blowing up as much stuff as you can. Once you cause a certain amount of chaos, the next agency mission is unlocked and the story can progress. Missions come in a number of categories. You may have to take over a stronghold to increase faction influence, go to a military base and sabotage a piece of equipment, or hijack cars and assassinate people. There are also races dotted around the massive island that you can take or leave depending on how you feel. There are plenty of weapons and vehicles to unlock and find for land, sea and air, but the most fun way of getting around is of course using that grappling hook and parachute I mentioned earlier. Far more fun than Bionic Commando or Pilot Wings. You can shoot out your hook, open your chute and swing around the island causing death from above, or hopping onto vehicles in order to punch the driver in the face in a mini QuickTime event and stealing his ride. You can even do this with helicopters. As mentioned before, the game world is huge both horizontally and vertically, and with this does come the odd bug. The game crashed on me a few times and sometimes Rico gets stuck. I once jumped out of a burning car only to remain seated in mid-air and had to restart. Still, these minor bugs don't spoil the overall enjoyment of a game that will take you around 20 hours to complete with so much left to do, it's unreal. Voice acting is also a little bit ropey, but the whole thing is very tongue-in-cheek anyway, so, like a B-movie, it sort of adds to the overall experience. If you fancy a true sandbox game that will let you play about with what to do and how to do things, you can't go wrong with Just Cause 2. It gets an excellent 8 out of 10.
You've been watching a review from Gamesweasel. If you want to get the show each week, which includes video game reviews, news, previews, competitions and special features, then head over to Gamesweasel.com for our video podcast, Gamesweasel TV.
Gamesweasel.com.